Hey guys, what's up? I'm making this video to talk to you guys about this post on Wowhead, which is the Mage Datamined spell changes and talent tree speculations in the Dragonflight alpha. So it's not I don't know if this is official, but again, as it says, it's just speculation and it's only Datamined spell changes, so this might not be the end, but I've looked a bit into this and it's very interesting. So going into Dragonflight, the thing we are going to miss, or we would be afraid as mages to lose, are the Covenant abilities, and the two speculating mage returning Covenant abilities would be Radiant Spark, which is insane for Arcane, and Shifting Power, which is good for both Frost and Fire. Now, Radiant Spark is the only viable option for Arcane, so I really wish that Radiant Spark comes back, and I hope that it does, because without it, I don't think Arcane can have a viable playstyle. I don't know, but with it, it's just so much better. So from the general Mage talent tree, so as you know, there's going to be, like all the other classes, a general talent tree and then a specified talent tree. For the general one, we have some defensives. So first of all, accumulative shielding. Your barriers cooldown recharge 20% faster while the shield persists. This is pretty nice because most of the time our shield doesn't get damaged, so I guess it can help. Arcane Explosion baseline. So for Arcane this might be very good, but maybe for Frost it's not that good, or Fire. Arcane Warding, which reduces damage taken. This is very interesting. Ring of Fire. So for now, Ring of Fire is a PvP talent that does exactly what it says here. It summons a Ring of Fire for 8 seconds at a location, just like the Ring of Frost. And the enemies that enter the ring burn for 24% of their total health over 6 seconds. This is, in my opinion, a huge AoE potential, and if it's going to be in the Mage general talent class, then Mage might be an AoE class overall, throughout all 3 specs. Cryo Freeze, which is a smaller version of Cryo Freeze, the current conduit, which the current conduit heals you for about 100%, I think, 110% of your maximum health. This one heals you for 30%, it's still pretty good. Some more defensives. Your barriers heal you for 10% of the damage absorbed. Cooldown reduces blinked. Grounding Surge reduces cooldown of counterspell if you kick properly. Movement speed for Invis, less for Arcane and more for Frost and Fire. Mass Polymorph. This can be really interesting. So you basically transform everything into a ship all around you. This can be maybe really good for PvP. Who knows, but it can be really nice for PvE as well. It can be like a disorient. However, I really hope that this does not heal the targets, because if it does, then in PvE it might not actually be that good. This is pretty decent in my opinion. So you're healed for 5% of your maximum health whenever a mirror image dissipates due to direct damage. So the interesting thing here is that mirror images give you 10% damage reduction, and that's not a lot. So if you gain like this extra heal on the mirror images, it can be really nice. Cooldown reduction for mirror images. Tempest Barrier, which already exists in the form of a conduit in the game right now. Movement speed after alter time. So a lot of defensives, a lot of utility mechanics. This is Time Anomaly. This is a Arcane talent at level 60 right now, which only gives you either Time Warp or Arcane Power or Evocation for a certain amount of time. Don't think this will be any good, to be honest, but it's there. Mastery, alright, this can be nice because all 3 specs can benefit from Mastery depending on the situation. And some cooldown reduction for Ice Block. So this is very utilitarian, defensive, except for this Ring of Fire thing, which is going to be huge damage in my opinion. If this actually exists, this is going to be crazy. And let's get into the Arcane Mage speculated talents that are going to come back. So first of all, Arcane Surge, which does currently not exist in the game. So what it does, it expends all of your current mana to annihilate your enemy target and nearby enemies for up to 265% of spell power times 2, which in my opinion is a lot. Arcane damage based on mana spent. So basically, if you're full mana, you press this button and it does a lot of AoE, which is pretty cool because we lack AoE as Arcane, so this is really, really nice. Of course, reduce damage beyond 5 targets, and for the next 12 seconds, your mana regeneration is increased by 450% and spell damage is increased by 10%. So the way I see this is you're full mana, you're ready to press your CDs. Imagine with the same Radiant Spark rotation. You press this, so you do a lot of AoE damage, and then you have spell damage increased for 10 seconds during your Touch of the Magi, and this mana regeneration is going to give you enough mana to press your rotation. So this is the way I see it. There's Arcane Tempo, which makes consuming Arcane charges increase your haste by 2% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. This can be insane in my opinion, but I'm not so sure. So basically, right now with the 4 set, our Touch of the Magi is 12 seconds long. So we do our rotation and then we have about 7 seconds, 6, 7, 8 seconds where we have to put, like after the Radiant Spark rotation, where we have to put as much damage into the Touch of the Magi target. Well, with this, right after you consume all of the Arcane charges, you will get a lot of haste, which makes it easier to pump damage into that Touch of the Magi window. However, if we won't have the 12-second Touch of the Magi, only the 8-second one, this is going to be, in my opinion, pretty useless. Maybe not in AoE, maybe it can be pretty good. I'm imagining if you're out of CDs and you just like press Arcane Explosions, and then consume with Barrage, and then you get like 10% haste for 10 seconds, then it can be really nice. 12 seconds, sorry. But I don't know. There's Illuminated Thoughts, more chance to have clear casting procs. Arcane Blast has a chance to generate an additional Arcane charge. I don't think this has any interest, as it doesn't, as the Conduit doesn't right now, because you basically never use Arcane Blast to generate a charge. You use it only when you're at full charges during your burst rotation to do as much damage as possible. Improved Arcane Missiles, which increases Arcane Missiles damage by 10%. Nether Precision, which makes consuming clear casting increase the damage of your next 2 Arcane Blasts by 20%. Maybe this can be good. I'm thinking you can like consume a clear casting proc right before CDing, but it's kind of weird. Like this doesn't really work with the Arcane Mage ecosystem right now. And then there's this thing which looks amazing, Siphon Storm, which makes Evocation grant 1 Arcane charge, and while channeling Evocation, your intellect is increased by 2% every 1 second. This lasts 30 seconds. This synergizes greatly, in my opinion, with the Arcane Surge. The way I see it is, imagine you're low on mana, or you're not, who cares? What you're gonna do is right before CDing is Siphon Storm. So, Evocation, with this. You evocate full, so you're at full mana. Why? Because you want to have full mana for this to do as much damage as possible. And when you're letting Evocation cast fully, you're gaining a lot of intellect for 30 seconds. So you cast Siphon Storm, then you press Arcane Surge, and then have extra 10% spell damage, and then extra, 12, 14%, or maybe less, maybe 8% more damage for 30 seconds. So those combine, in my opinion, very, very well. I'm pretty sure these will have similar cooldown if they come up, so as well as with Arcane Power, so I'm really looking forward to this. Now on to Fire Mage talents. Fire Blast increases your mastery by 13% for 3 seconds, and this effect stacks. This is amazing. This is a conduit that we have to look out for actually right now, which instead of mastery just increases our damage, our fire damage, but it's really nice. Control Destruction makes Fire Blast initial damage to be increased by 5% when the target is above 70% health or below 30. some nice, you know, execute damage or engaging bosses maybe, or packs, but I guess you won't engage with Pyroblast pack, so hey, it's extra damage. Favorite incantation is the legendary. We were once playing each consecutive critical strike you deal increases critical strike damage you deal by 1% up to 5%, so during combustion you're having 5% extra damage. Fury Rush, while combustion is active, your Fire Blast and Infinite Flames recharge 50% faster. Very nice. This is our 4 set and it's very, very nice. When Hustrix activates, you have a low chance to cause all Pyroblasts and Flame Strikes, have no cast time, and guaranteed critical strikes for 5 seconds. This is insane. I like, you get this and you spam Pyroblast or Flame Strikes. This is, oh my god, this is crazy. Fire Mine makes consuming Hustrix grant you 2% increased intellect for 12 seconds. This effect stacks three times, so again 6% increased damage for combustion. Improved combustion makes combustion grants you 50% of your critical strike stat as mastery. This is I don't know if like this is gonna give you 50% mastery because you will have 100% critical strike. I don't think so, because it says critical strike stat and we usually have low stat, so I guess we'll have to see. Improve Scorch, well, this is just some movement speed and some more damage for a while on the target. This is incredible in my opinion. So enemies damaged by Flame Patch have a 5% chance to erupt into a living bomb. Currently in the, I think, 45 level or maybe 60th level, but I think it's 45 talent for Fire Mages, you have a choice between multiple things. One is Living Bomb and the other one is Flame Patch, and we pick Flame Patch just because it does more damage. Having one proc the other is absolutely crazy, and if this Living Bomb, that's the eruption from the proc, applies other living bombs to the target next to it, which I doubt, but if it does, it would be absolutely crazy. I can't see how fire will not be insane. This is crazy as well. Ignite deals 25% more damage while combustion is not active, and it all spreads 300% faster while combustion is active. So basically, I mean, this is insane. I don't know if Ignite is going to spread only through Phoenix Flame, but if it doesn't, this is crazy, and if it does, you just press Phoenix Flame and it instantly spreads, right? This can be really nice as well. After 30 fireballs or fire blasts, there's a meteor on your target, and this is, I mean, a really crazy proc for PvE in my opinion. I don't know about PvP, maybe you can like proc it properly, I have no idea, but maybe this can be insane as well. Phoenix Reborn makes targets affected by Ignite have a chance to erupt in flame, which makes them take more spell damage, and also reduce the cooldown of Phoenix Flame. This can be really nice. Sun King's Blessing or Code Legendary, which is identical. This is really nice, so having it, I think it's going to be crazy. This is a PvP talent, so after not casting Fireball for 8 seconds, the next one will deal more damage. I don't think this is insane, but hey, again, it's there. And this is just like baseline damage. I don't know how like the tree is gonna go, but in my opinion, Arcane looks really nice, but Fire looks absolutely crazy. It has everything it has right now, plus a lot of new potential things. So I'm really looking forward to try this out, especially with the bracers, the Mechagon bracers, if you guys don't know about them. But yeah, these are gonna be amazing. You're gonna see in a few weeks. And lastly, into the, in my opinion, least interesting one, Frost Mage. So Frostball critical strikes empower Ice Lance. This is kind of weird because like we are not gonna have the Necro ramping Frostball thing, so we're not gonna cast 50,000 Frostballs, but we're gonna get like some damage to Ice Lances, but it's only 6 seconds, so we have to press the Ice Lance. It's kind of weird. This is, I guess, is nice. AoE or single target, that's the option basically. Cold Front is the legendary we're running now right now, so this is really nice if we're gonna have to keep it, but again, we're not gonna have the Necrolord spell, so I don't know how this is gonna work out. Flash freeze, icicles deal 10% extra damage, and whenever they do damage, they have a 5% chance to gain Fingers of Frost, to give you Fingers of Frost. This is nice, just procs into procs, I guess. Fractured Frost makes your Frostbolts have a 20% chance to hit up to 2 additional targets. This is nice because it counters the fact of not having the Necrolord ability and kind of synergizes with Cold Front. But like 20% feels kind of low to me, I don't know. Freezing Winds is absolutely amazing. The legendary we were once playing, and which actually is still pretty good. Frigid Shattering makes your Frostbolts deal 20% more damage to targets that are rooted and frozen. Frostbite gives your chill effect a 10% chance to freeze the target for 4 seconds. Why are they saying proc chance 10% if it's written that's a 10% chance? I don't know, but hey. Glacial Assault, well, this is very interesting in my opinion. Flurry has a 20% chance to call down an Icy Comet, which is the 4 set right now. Hailstones makes Ice Lance on frozen targets have a 50% chance to generate an Icicle. I don't know, because I think like 5 Icicles is pretty low right now for cap, so maybe if we increase the cap on Icicles, or maybe it's just a feeling because I'm playing Necrolord Frost, so yeah. Ice 9 makes Frostbolt and Flurry have a 15% chance to generate 2 Icicles. Again, procs generating procs and pressing procs generate more procs. I think like this can be a really fun playstyle. You just press the procs as they come, but I don't know. Icy Propulsion makes Icy Veins, well, basically the Icy Veins cooldown reduction, which is like mandatory to play Frost. 2 charges of Flurry, I don't know how good this can be, maybe for Brain Freeze, I don't know. Sleek Ice is another legendary which is really nice. Frostbolt cast time reduced. I'm thinking like this combined with the with Frigid Winds and Cold Front, and this thing can have like a really nice synergy. But again, we can't pick all the talents, like we can't pick all the talents here, neither here, so I'm just, you know, trying to figure out what could be like the synergy between them. Snap Freeze makes Icy Veins grant a charge of Brain Freeze and Fingers of Frost. I guess that's something. Snowstorm makes Breeze. Snowstorm is absolutely insane. So Blizzard has a 30% chance per target hit to increase the damage of your next Cone of Cold by 25%, stacking up 30 times. This is so fun. I'm sorry, but this is amazing. Like in AoE, I'm pressing Cone of Cold all the time just to help my tank, right? Blizzard is gonna hit 50,000 times the target, so this stacking up to 30 times is gonna go up in like no time. It's gonna go up so fast, and Cone of Cold is gonna actually do some damage. I'm thinking like, why are they not putting Dragon's Breath in this general thing? Because Dragon's Breath, the utility blind that has a 13-second cooldown from fire, would be insane in the other specs. Maybe you could combine it with Cone of Cold, so you could be like Breath of Cold or whatever. That to be honest would be cool, but it doesn't exist. So having Cone of Cold be actually more useful than just like the extra 10% slow that Blizzard, you know, doesn't bring, because Blizzard slows by 60% and Cone of Cold does by 70%, so that's all it brings really. And Wintertide increases forceful damage by 5%. Fingers of Frost empowered Ice Lances deal 10% damage to frozen targets, so this is just like some baseline more damage. I feel like I'm really excited for Arcane, of course, right? I'm maining Arcane, this is the spec I like the most, but I started playing WoW as a Fire Mage, so I'm really excited to see how this works out. If like the synergy of these is so much better than maybe the Frost one, which I feel like it will be, I'm gonna play Fire so fast, especially with like the loot we're gonna get from the next dungeons. I can't wait, but I'm for sure going to try Arcane. Maybe even Frost. I'm not gonna lie guys, I hate Frost. I find it super boring just getting procs and pressing them. It's like no anticipation to what's happening, and that's similar to Fire, but you plan a bit more into Fire, whereas Arcane you really have to plan everything like a lot of time ahead. Like it might seem easy, but it's like easy to play and hard to master in my opinion. You have like a lot of things to think about. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about this post from Wowhead. I'm hoping we're gonna get some official thing from Blizzard. They said that they're not gonna announce anything anymore, but maybe we're gonna get some official thing from the alpha or from the beta. when it's gonna come out, I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys are gonna have a nice last push week, because well, the Radar.io season cutoff right now is at this much, and if I look for this nice thing here, we can see the like the evolution of the cutoff and like an estimate, which I think is a bit off in my opinion. It says it's gonna be 3720. It's a bit high. Like if you look at these past 3 weeks, which have been horrible, right? Considering this one compared to the other 2 weeks, you can see like how the slope is going and how the prediction is. But I wish that you know, this season cutoff doesn't go much higher, because right now my ranking is this as Arcane, so I'm right above, like 15 points in front of the cutoff, and I'm like 30 points in front of it with my Fire and Frost keys as well. But yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy the last part of the season, and I'm very excited to do some keys on the new one and post them for you guys to see. Have a good one, and see you on the next time.